That was a really cool promo. I like that. But this is gonna be better. For years, you've watched Bulk and Skull take pies to the face.
And you thought it was so beautiful and safe, from the safety of your own home.
Today, you are gonna learn... Oh, hey, Bulk. You're gonna learn what it's like to take it like a skull.
It's all fun and games till a pie gets in your face.
Yeah. You are gonna learn the beat cue. Wow, you're really tall now.
Well, thank you. I stopped smoking 2 years ago.
Yeah, can I have a volunteer from the audience? Let's ask Allie to come up on stage in that outfit. So this is Allison Kuhn. She has come all the way from Tasmania, I think, or Melbourne or something. Hey, look, there's my drink. So, can you, Allie, lose the bag, miss? We are going to ask you to unwrap all of these pies and just put the tins down, and then Cody Slayton is going to fill them with whipping cream. Yeah. Thank you very much. You want to help her unwrap? Coolio. So, Jason,
yes, Paul.
You're a PhD now.
Correct.
And that means that you're supposed to know things.
Yes, I know many things.
What we want to know is, what's the root of the pie in the face gag?
Ah, wonderful question. Well, the root of the pie in the face gag is probably an American invention as far as we know. The pie itself being considered an all-American culinary delight, and therefore, I don't know. But it has gone back since time memorial to actually have somebody who thinks they're better than you, who desperately deserves to have something happen to them. Okay? We see it throughout Shakespeare, we see it throughout the world.
I saw it this morning. It's called a vendetta.
It's called a vendetta unless it's funny. Vendettas can be humorous, but they're not necessarily funny.
So it's not mean.
It's not cruel. And that's exactly why a pie is the ideal instrument. Back in I guess, medieval times, when you started getting what they call a slapstick, a stick that was fake, and when you hit somebody, it made a noise that literally sounded like a clap. Every time it would hit. Well, you take this, you fast forward to 400 years. One of the reasons the slapstick was great, it's loud. It's not messy. A pie is not loud, but it's messy. And we know right off the top that it's not going to hurt.
Okay, who's first? Judd, come on up, brother. See, when I ask who's first, you don't know whether you're getting it or taking it or giving it. You're going to be giving, Judd. You're a giver. And Narvy is going to give Judd some pointers on the pie gag.
Lesson number one. Anytime you're going to do physical comedy, the purpose of the thing is that people are not getting hurt. Again, first of all, it's not really funny if someone gets hurt. If you actually, and the person that goes down starts bleeding, that's not really funny, is it? But if you hit the person, can I just get hit? Lesson two. Make sure you don't have anything on you that is going to impede your way of your acting or actually hurt you. Take off anything dangling, any belts, any hard material. That was my belt buckle, you sick people. Oh, God. All right, so now, once you are stressed and ready for action, a pie itself has a certain weight. Hey, wait. Oh, are you trying to break my nose with the double? Oh! Not funny. Mission critical. So a pie has a certain weight. I want you to get that weight down there. You feel that? See how it kind of cradles perfectly to the human hand. The pie tin is perfectly formed to do whatever you want. You can bend it ever so slightly. The problem is, if you bend it slightly, it's better to actually throw. But when it actually goes, it's concave. It's actually going to kind of go here and here. You want the whole thing to go right completely over the face, okay? It is perfectly suited for the wealthy dowager or any other stuffy Anglophile. Okay, so what you do is you put it right there on your hand. Open hand like this, and it's going to go from here. Put your hand out here so you know where your target is. Otherwise, you're going to miss him. You ready? Okay. And then after that, you have to completely redress. So
I have post-traumatic pie syndrome.
Woo! Pie fun. Okay. So here we go. Ready? And 1, 2. Ready? Okay, ready? Okay, ready? It's really coming. 1, 2, 3. So how do you feel about it, Judge? You ready?
Yeah. I'd like to apologize to the convention center owners in advance for the nasty, funky smell that will be in here the rest of the convention. And the Scott Silver, who will get charged a lot of extra money. Hey, Dad.
There's my dad, so proud of me.
Hold on a second. One quick question. Are you angry today?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Transference is very, very dangerous when you're doing physical theater. Like you don't want to. Hold on a second. You don't want to transfer your anger at, oh, I don't know, a spouse to your pie gag. So find your Zen center and. Oh God.
So, remember, what are your steps? 1, present. 2, put the head on it so he knows it's coming, and then he'll know the 3 is when it's actually going.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Okay. Good luck.
If it helps, I'm sorry. Thanks. I can't hit me. Not yet. All right.
Don't be such a coward, Judd.
Now,
You told me to.
once the goof has actually hit our target, it is generally funny that someone feels bad about it, and their, shall we say, altruism is adversely affected. For instance, now, I want to make sure Polly is okay, and he will reward my kindness with, you all right, Polly?
He's an idiot.
Joe?
Sir, I think that you need to practice your technique a little bit. I'm not quite really liking it. Now, Narvy, do you think you're marked?
Oh, yeah, by all means.
Now, I'm going to teach you a different version of the pie gag. And this is called the Michael Jordan. You are going to come up and down to place the pie directly on top of the victim's head. So you can use the same scepter, which is always a great thing in physical comedy because it establishes your physical perimeter so that you know where the other victim is. Because invariably you're going to be a victim sooner or later. So, remember, all you have to do is keep moving because you really don't want to get too big a grip on this thing or you might knock his block off. So it's more place. In physical theater, we never really hit each other. We're pretending, right? Like my niece was. There you go, Judd. Take your position over and under.
That's okay, you're coming straight over.
Yes, he is. So, want to check your distance. Make sure you get the ring right spot. A little closer, Judd. A little bit. There you go. Oh, I think you're good.
I mean, it helps like a show.
Oh,
That's
thanks. It helps a little.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to pie Bulk and Skull. Who's in? Okay, well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pies left. We are going to go with you miss pumping your fist in the air. That's you. Black Ranger in the eye with the camera. Red Ranger in the eye. You, sir. Come on up. That's you, right there. I'll take both of you. Come on, no worries. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We got you coming in. All right, I don't know. There's a brother in the. How about the guy that gave me the weird underground note last night? Come on up. comedy. And pause.
Now, I want you guys to notice the amount of fun you can actually have with these slow burn after you have had this really fall upon you. There's two things. There's actually three. I did nothing to deserve this. Two, what have I done to deserve this? I might accept it. And three, I'm ruined and a crushed person. So, I suggest you do these straight in, and on shoulder. Remember, it's a small news already. Don't get off on here. It'll be small. Yeah. Hey, Allie paid $1,700 Australian for that outfit. What? Here. Hey, now I know what I'm gonna my face off with. Oh, yeah. All right, so. Hey, did you guys count off 1, 2, 3, 4? So these gentlemen will let peep ho. Ready? Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't transfer your anger in the pie gag.
The thing that I'm learning is the orifices in your body that it can actually get into. Ready? Revenge is always creamy sweet. Set.
right, so I'm really happy to have young bulk Cody Slayton up here. And you notice he's more bulky than bulky at this point. So, buddy, it's you. Slayton, take your spot. Now, I want to recommend that you just open your mouth when you take the hit. Yeah, keep it open as you're taking the hit because that sets you up for the spit gag. Ready? Now, remember, you got to check your distance, right, with your left arm on his shoulder, right? You're going to, like, go get close to him and put your left hand on his shoulder. There you go. That's the distance. Right. Now, back up a little bit more. There you go. Now you know exactly how far away you are from him when you're going to give it to him in the kisser. All right. So, place, arm, shoulder. It's okay. Oh! New technique, rocking the Casbah. Oh yeah. Somebody might want to call housekeeping. Somebody call Cody's wife. Where's she at?
Right here, darling.
Oh wait, we got Narvy. You got 3 more. Would you take? How would you? What other one could we do? The over and under or the Swedish? The Swedish, oh, here, take this, yes. All right. So now, the Swedish is done by pretending you are the chef. Exactly. But see, the chef would never intentionally ditch one of his creations. So it's an accident, right? So you can play the chef, and I will try to help you as you follow the pie, and at the end, the pie goes in my face. So if you give us the Swedish chef. So, hey, pie victims, if you're wondering why you can't see anything, welcome to my world. Emo. We call it the emo. All right. Okay, now, I think we have 1 pie left, right? I'm not going to do it to Allie because she'll kill me. So, you're off the hook, Allie. We're not going to hit you with a pie. But I think I'd like to do it. I've waited a long time for this, Jason. How long, Polly? About 10 minutes. Hit it, Maestro.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Cody Slayton. Thank you, yeah. Double that. Thanks, guys. Sorry, man. Thanks for waiting. All right, let's do this. Sit on the end. Now let's take a few questions. Any questions?
All right, anyone with questions, just come right up this way. We're going to line up along here so that we're not going to be blocking views, okay? Anyone who has questions, line up right along here. See where my arm is? That's where I want my line being.
That's the funnest thing I've ever done in my life. Oh, yes, sir. You're going to have the answer questions. I'm going to clean up the hospital and see if I can call the police. Thanks, buddy. Awesome.
All right, first question.
My question is for Polly.
Hello.
was curious how often you...
that's a recorder.
More paper towels if we got them.
I was curious how often you call Felix and Jason by the wrong name.
Oh, in New Zealand, Felix got really mad at me over and over and over because I would continually, I wouldn't call Felix Jason, I would call Spike Skull. And that happened over, hey, just grab the tablecloth, man, you'll love it. It's very If anyone starts to feel ill because of the growing stench of rotting cream, welcome to our world. You can't leave, you gotta stay. So yeah, I mean, and he did get pretty bent about it, actually. You know, and I understand. But that's too bad. Because when you're the new guy, you know, like the Megaforce cast, you just saw them just now, right? They're just like, you know, they're brand new. They get to work everyone wants them. Wait like 5 years and they'll be like, woo! Yeah, it's a little funky. Thank you for the question. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? I mentioned before at one of the panels that I know that both of you guys are Jesus Christ Superstar fans.
Indeed.
But my question is this: what's your favorite Jesus Christ Superstar song?
What's the buzz?
How much is exactly?
Because we used to listen to that every morning in the dressing room.
You can use it for everything.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it works for everything. I'm going to puberty.
Again.
No, we're just going to live with puberty. Okay, next.
There you go. What's the buzz? If you don't know Jesus Christ Superstar by Andrew Lloyd Webber, check it. It's pretty awesome.
Hey, how's it going?
Great, man. Skull was good.
Hey, yeah.
I didn't have a question, more of a comment. I like what you guys did in the show. Both the Skull is awesome.
Thank you.
And I think you guys should just do more stuff. Do like a parody or something where you guys are like playing Power Rangers online.
Web series?
I don't know. You know, it's kind of like when people invite me, like, online to do, like, role playing. I'm like, that's like a double negative for me. Because I'm just, therefore, playing Paulie. That's very confusing. And I've never, although I did get invited by a Savant Entertainment senior manager once to play Bulk at his son's birthday party. No. I didn't go. I was like,
Yeah, I remember once I went to a friend's party and she had gotten Power Rangers for her kid. I remember the two things that were really funny. The kid was having a great time with all the Power Rangers stuff, and I walked in and knew the kid for like, since the kid was born, the kid walks in, and that day it finally clicked on. This actually feels good.
Hey, is that black hair dye?
No. That's the white me. Sorry. But I remember the kid walking in, and that's the moment he figured out that I was the same guy from Power Rangers, and he looked at me and he went, and I kid you not, he ran into his room and refused to come out. But it was not nearly as funny as a poor guy that hadn't actually played the Power Ranger. Because the guy came in like this.
Aw, yeah, but it's a Power Ranger.
He came in, he's like, ha! 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 What? Where's my money?
I was just wondering, what was it like working with the guys who played Lieutenant Stone and Professor Phenomenus?
Greg. We call him Greg Doug because he looks like his name should be Doug, but his name is Greg. So Greg Doug is awesome, actually. He's a very funny and talented guy. That's when I think it was Ann who came up with the idea that Bulk and Skull work best. Oh, maybe it was Terry Winkless, our director, who came up with the idea that Bulk and Skull work best when there's a third person, but they don't work on the Three Stooges mode. In other words, you can't have three Bulk and Skulls. So they thought, they kind of experimented with different antagonists against Bulk and Skull until they settled on Lieutenant Stone. And then it was perfect. Then it really was like we were talking about before, in the old, going back to Three Stooges movies, where Bulk and Skull do wacky stuff, okay? And then there would be somebody of authority that desperately deserves to have a pie fall on them. Something horrible would happen to them. That's the Three Stooges, that's their whole routine right there. The Three Stooges go screw stuff up. Some British lady comes in and she gets goop all over her, right? That's what Bulk and Skull started to do with Greg Bullock. But yeah, we loved working with them. Some of our favorite stuff was when we were doing the detective stuff. it sucked because we were not working with the Rangers as much, but it was the three of us all by ourselves doing nothing but our craft.
And nobody had to be the straight man between you and I. It was him.
Yeah, exactly. He was the straight guy. So it was ideal.
Great question.
And what about Phenomenus?
Oh, Jack Banning, God rest his soul, I think he just passed. Jack was awesome. He was a little old Brooklyn Jew, right? Like this big. And he says, hey, I just love you. And what Jack used to do, because he was a funny guy. He probably did a lot of drugs in the 60s, actually, and in the 90s, and in the 80s, and I don't know what he did in the 70s, because he doesn't know either. Jack was great because he used to do stuff like, because he lived in San Diego and drove all the way up to Valencia. It's like a 3-hour drive every day to do it.
That's a commute.
That's a commute. And he had this little teeny car, and he was a little teeny man with a teeny little bald with a big Jewish nose. And he would tell the assistant director, are we done with me yet? I'm very tired. I'm very tired.
He just wanted to get out so he could drive home.
Exactly. We'd be like, Checker, are you tired? You okay? Say, oh no, I'm fine. I'm just, I play the I'm 80 years old card. And so then, like, Paulie and I driving home later, Jack probably did something else in Valencia, screwed around, got drunk, I don't know. And then, like, you would be driving along in the slow lane, and out of the corner of your eye, you could see a little Jewish man, the big Jewish nose, and a little Jewish car go right past you. 90 miles per hour right down to 405. So that was Jack Banning, a wonderfully talented old vaudevillian style man. He really was.
It's actually about the comedy. Obviously, as you've already pointed out, a lot of your comedy was very physical, and even although the two of you have been doing this quite some time and are very practiced at it, everyone knows that no matter how much often you do something, occasionally mistakes are made and accidents will happen. So it's just a question, how often did it actually happen that maybe something went a little bit wrong and something got hard?
Yeah. It was rare. It was rare when something went right. Actually, the funny thing about pie gags, they have to be much more accurate. I mean, would you agree? They got to be more accurate than some of our other gags.
That's true, because there's no potential to really injure your seat partners.
Yeah. I mean, as you notice, I mean, as you're putting it into somebody's face, you're still punching them. These pies weren't quite full enough. And if they're not that full, it's going to be more of your hand and less of the cream. The first hit that I did to Polly, was too hard. Ow. Yeah, it was really too hard, and I really had to pull back on that. But most of the other stuff was absolute chaos. So they would try to shoot, and of course it always depends on camera. So they would try to shoot with the camera, like, back here. Put the camera here to get what Polly is doing there.
My mom's coming back home in like 10 minutes!
Well, take care of it, quick! I dare you to plan all that. We have a 200-pound man going up and down, defying gravity. We have goop all over the wall. You can't contain that chaos. So Paulie just has to know how to roll with it. And like a good Stanislavski actor, Paulie knows it's about the choices you make to achieve your goal. You can't just go at it head on and expect to achieve it. Try another tactic, Paulie. That's why comedy is advanced acting. It's not for beginners. It's all about tactics, goals, achievements, and then it has to be ridiculous. Some people say, go up there and do something funny. They used to say this to us all the time. One of Paulie's favorite anecdotes actually comes from the Dick Van Dyke Show. They got to the point in the Dick Van Dyke Show where they'd say, Dick enters and does something funny with his tie. And he'd be like, what that mean? I do something funny with my tie. Because they trusted him that he would come up with something. So it was the same with Bulk and Skull. Bulk and Skull woogity in. Woogity in. I don't woogity. Oh, he's woogity now. So we would have to therefore come up with, okay, well, what are Bulk and Skull trying to do in coming into this scene? Are they trying to be inconspicuous? In this particular case, Paulie is being inconspicuous and is going to cross the stage in a manner that you will not notice that he is actually moving from one side to the other.
My floors are coming off.
And here's a perfect one. What is Paulie trying to achieve right now? He's trying to clean his floor. And in using that as his goal, he's actually using the tactic of shuffling his feet. Okay, so it's not about him being funny. The result is funny because he had a good choice on what his actual objective was.
Thanks.
Quite welcome, mate.
Nay. Last night at the Ron Wasserman panel, he said that you guys should have your own reality series called BS.
You're on it.
I was wondering if you would be interested in that.
Yeah, we might be, but our significant others wouldn't want to have any part of it.
If somebody has to be the villain in those shows, you know, it definitely would be Amy Narvy. Because she's the nicest one out of all of them.
Oh, you burned down my house again.
That never works.
It's hopeless, man. Give it up. I'm just being a good faith effort.
And just remember, you're all culpable because you were here. You guys are literally related. So,
Hey, is it true that this color gateway will neutralize the smell of green?
oh, absolutely, try it. Like holy water. Oh, wait a minute. No, it exacerbates the smell.
That actually works. That works.
Next.
Hi guys, that was priceless. My question is actually for Polly. Everyone knows that Skull chased Kimberly. Who would have Bulk chased after? Out of the girls.
She's daughter, wasn't it? Yeah. Connie Crandall. Yeah, no, I was after her. But you know, it worked out.
But what about like Trini or Aisha? Because Trini and Aisha both hung out with Kim all the time.
Yeah. I mean, there's that question about Spike thing and Spike's mother.
Well, hey, I hate to tell you how that works, but being that you were his uncle and I was his father, it wouldn't have been you. I hate to say that. We'll have the Birds of the Bees panel later tomorrow, folks, for those of you who are going through puberty. Teach about personal hygiene. And
Several people have brought this up already. They're like, if he's the, and you're the, ew. But I'm euphemistically something. I'm his caretaker. And then nobody ever said, you're really his uncle.
yeah. It's like a Southern thing, you know? It wasn't uncle.
It's like a Jerry Lee Lewis thing.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks guys. That was priceless.
Thank you. Sorry.
The actual question is, was that your real niece?
No!
No, Paul doesn't have any siblings, so he doesn't have any nieces.
Correct. No, actually, I do have a Japanese half-sister. If you can find her, I'll give you $100. Oh, why?
And did you actually run into those situations in real life where like a fan would come in and it's like, hey, Bulk, you're the bully or whatever? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did.
What?
Where kids actually thought you were a real life bully.
Oh, dude. Knee bruises for like years. Because, you know, when we were punks, they used to, little kids, I mean, they don't know, right? Rangers are heroes. These guys are idiots. They need to be, beaten down because we're, well, let's go. So, they would hit me. This little kid hit me. Oh, he hit me. Who? Me! Am I stuttering? So, yeah, that was a little weird. Yeah, that was weird. But, what can you really do? I mean, you have to play it cool. Right? You can't like counterpunch on like a 4-year-old. Drop kick, Murphy.
Is that your mom? Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Pleasure to meet you, John. Oh, he fell all off his. Oh!
Now, what happens way more often than actual physical violence is these days most kids are trained by their parents not to attack strangers physically. But they would mad dog. They would like mad dog me. And of course, parents, as many of you parents know, you are oblivious to what's happening with your children if they're not on fire, playing with knives, falling downstairs. You know what I mean? If they're not about to die, you're like, okay, they're cool. So there's so many kids that I see all the time, they're walking with mom on the lap. And they see me and they're like, and mom's just in her head, she's like, taxes and minivan, and the kid's looking at me like, and I'm like, and then right before I'm out of sight, I'll be like, the kids are like, oh, and they grip mom's hand, and mom's like, ow, what's wrong? And the kid's like, Mom's like, shut up, come on. And I'm like, that has happened so many times, countless times, and also the really sweet way when people see you and they're really cool and the kids are like, oh my God, you're the dude. And the mom's like, wah. And they just pass me and I'm like, so from the kid's gonna have that story forever, like, I saw the guy and he said I'm not allowed to say anything. And then later mom's gonna be like, don't be a liar. It's pretty, I mean, honestly, the kids have always been the best thing about the show. You know, many of you, not kids anymore, but did I meet any of you guys when you were kids? Anyone? Because a couple people have come up to me at the convention, they're like, I came to the set when I was 9 and you were mean to me. Just kidding. Did I? Did you see me out there? You know, honestly, Jason and I never want to be the reason somebody goes on top of a bell tower with a rifle, you know? I'm not kidding, man. Because when kids are young, they're very impressionable. Their emotions are right at the surface. They're kids. And you know, all of you that are carrying around all that bagage, all that stuff happened to us when we were kids. All the stuff that gives us the baggage that we carry through our whole lives happens when we're children, right? And so I don't ever want to be that dude, you know, who is like mean to like some child and not like send him forward with like an extreme hate of overweight men or whatever. So,
yeah, they can learn that later.
Totally. Hey man, sorry, I apologize for making you wait so long.
That's all right.
In that case, I'm not sorry.
This question's for Narvy. Have you seen, what do you think of the guy who plays Spike?
Feelings in the morning makes me angry. Felix is a great guy. I mean, you know, I got to tutor.
Check.
I got to tutor him one day. When he got hired on, and Paulie had him, he basically said, look man, I'm going to combat, but I don't got my best soldier with me. Why don't you train my number 2 now? Okay. So I met with Felix for a day. Felix and Paulie and I worked together. So Felix could first get my mannerisms down. I spent more hours looking deep into Felix's eyes and showing him how to do this than any of you ever want to have to deal with in your lives. Okay?
Can I borrow you for a second? Can you pause that question?
Yeah, hang on, let me pause this question real quick.
I need a little bit more. You know, I'm not getting the soaking power that I need. Well, that's working. That's really good. Oh, sorry. Now, don't move. Don't move. This is going to be awesome. There you go.
Oh, that's right. By the way, the one thing we didn't tell you about whipped cream, it gets into electrical stuff and shorts it out. Okay, anyway. So he's got to beat his own man, but first of all, he has to beat me. I would ask my worst enemy to beat me. So, you know, he's got a difficult job ahead of him. What can I say? And I think he's doing the best he can. He's doing a good job with it.
I love Felix's grandfather.
Felix. Felix's grandfather, Felix, loves comedy.
And he would drive.
And Felix's grandfather, Felix, would drive Felix over to my house. And for like, we rehearsed like for months. And older Felix would never say anything. He would just be like, hey, how's it going? So, your grandson's pretty talented. But he's kind of a wingnut. So after like 2 weeks, I was like, Felix, what's he do with your grandma? He's like, no, he doesn't speak English. I was like, oh, we should go out. That'd be fun.
Sweetest guy in the world. Do I have a little, ew. Not my ear canal. No, dude, I don't. Cream's not the best exfoliator, you know.
Don't want you to look at From back here, I can see Polly has an ear, but there's no hole in that ear.
How about that? Is it looking any better up here? Because, I'm like from the Bachelor School of Cleaning. My family's gonna be here in like 5 minutes, bro. Open the closet. Yeah, dude, why you got this? Isn't that after dark panel? Why do you have to constantly make sexual references all the time in church?
Well, clearly that's what the people are there for. If they could sustain from having sex, they wouldn't need to go to church and be told they shouldn't be doing that.
Listen, you know what's good about being on Nickelodeon? Everything. And also, I'm not a creepy, dirty guy. From that anecdote I told at the After Dark panel in the last 5 minutes in my Richard Chinelli story, if I was a creepy guy, it would have been the other way around. I would have been asking him the question. He would have been like, I never did nothing. Blink, blink. Hey, can you clean some?
Look at the signal up the stage. Next.
Oh, sorry, I kept you waiting there for like an hour.
Sorry. When is Skull gonna appear in Sam Marley?
I watch every episode, man. And have you seen Skull in the show yet? No, I haven't seen Skull in the show yet. So just keep watching. Maybe you'll see him in the show. But maybe you are just gonna want to skip it and move on to metaphors. I didn't think so. No, when people say that they can neither confirm nor deny things that you ask them, it means that they're being evasive.
Narvy, who do you think Spike's mother should be?
I can neither confirm or deny.
It's a postulation. Should be.
Oh.
Who should it be?
Should be?
Kimberly.
You gotta think bigger. We're talking should be. I mean, Athena, the goddess of war. Okay, I say do the math. It's gotta be something from season 1 or 2, right? You had only how many girls in that? Exactly. You had Kimberly and Trini. Trini went away to a peace conference, or Trini was starting to show big and Trini didn't want to be seen anymore.
Okay, all right, we need to stop for a minute. Listen, well, I told you the cops were coming, and he's here, and he's not happy with us. So we would appreciate any help that you guys can give us to clean up our panel, because certainly this awesome staff at this convention center does not deserve to clean up after this guy's really dumb idea to throw pies on stage. So anyone that wants to hang around for a little while after, in fact, how much time at the end of the hour? Because you know that whole flash mob thing?
Oh yeah, wait. Forever Red starts at like what, 2:30?
What do you think about flash cleaning? Anybody have any cleaning supplies on you? Hey, as many of you that can go to the bathroom and get a huge wad of paper towels and come back here, that will help us out a lot.
By the way, the girls' room would be great because I'm probably sure that the guys' room is going to be running out soon because I keep running back there.
If you don't want to get cream on you, or you have an allergy, or you're just kind of in, no worries. But we'd sure appreciate any help because Jason doesn't look good in the pokey. Do we have 10 minutes?
Last question, though.
Oh, no worries. Hey, you're done. Get out of here. What's up, man?
I was wondering, is there any proper technique to get all the cream out of your nose before you sniff it up? And then.
Well, in general, garments that you wear when you do this are pretty much hosed if they don't get washed within 12 hours. So wash your clothes. You will bounce back wash after wash. Just go take a shower.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing. We use all food products, no matter what, in bulk Skull. Even when we got into cement, that cement was made of yogurt. So it should all wash out, but just do it quick.
Thanks, man. Thank you for your participation. You can never say you didn't do it.
Hey, what's up, Narvy? Okay, so the question directed for both of you, and this will be more directed at Jason because it's more your speciality. Favorite Shakespeare play?
Ooh, Henry, I rotate. Winter's Tale I love. It's about screwing up when you're young and angry in life and having to deal with it, and maybe having opportunity for redemption. Leontes doesn't get real redemption. We don't really see Hermione actually accept his apology. Go read the play. I'm not telling you what happens. But I think Henry IV Part 1 is probably the perfect Shakespeare play. It is one of the funniest plays I've ever seen, and it'll make you laugh hysterically 1 second, and it'll punch you in the throat the next. It's like, oh my God, that's so sad. So Henry IV 1 is probably, and a lot of critics consider it to be the perfect play. So.
Good show.
What about you?
Man, there's a couple Toby Belch lines in 12th Night that are really, really bawdy. They're awesome. But no, I don't. I every show that I've ever done, I love it. I mean, it's so hard to choose a favorite line, man. How about you? You have a favorite line? Cool. Thanks for the question.
Oh, read our Shakespeare, young man.
Read more Shakespeare.
Well, we started with pie fights and ended with Shakespeare. That's what I call a panel!